Hey y'all, welcome back to Nini's Texas Kitchen. Today we're gonna make baked eggplant parmesan. So I got my eggplant here. So the first thing that I did was get ready. So I have a platter or a plate and I've sprinkled some sea salt around on it. And I'm gonna slice these into relatively thin slices, put them on the salted plate and then put salt on top of them. And then you let them sit for about 30 minutes and it draws excess moisture out of them. And then we'll rinse them. So I'll show you how you do it. First you gotta cut the end off and then slice them relatively thin. Don't have to be super thin. Just depends on how thin or thick you like them. I like them kind of thin, not super thick. You can peel the purple rind off if you want to, but I like it, so I just leave it on there. So then I take my slices, and I'm just gonna arrange them on my platter here on top of the salt. Now I'm gonna salt them again with some more sea salt. And then I'll put my next layer. And more salt. Now, after I let these set for 30 minutes, and I'll set my timer, then I'm gonna rinse them off in the sink in a strainer. And then I'll show y'all the next steps. I'll be back then. All right, y'all, we're back. Our eggplant has sat here with the salt on it for 30 minutes. And as you can see, it's got like moisture coming out of it. So now the next step is to take it and rinse it off in the strainer. So I'm just gonna put pieces in here. And I'll rinse it really good. You don't want all that excess salt on it. It'll make it too salty. So now that I've rinsed it and I've drained it, the next step is to take paper towels. And I'm going to lay them out on my paper towels so I can pat them dry. Over the top and just press down on them, absorb the moisture from rinsing them. All right, now the next step is I have gotten 2 eggs and I beat them in to a bowl, and I have taken breadcrumbs. So it's about a cup of breadcrumbs, a quarter of a cup of Parmesan cheese, and about 1/4 of a teaspoon of salt. Just a dash of salt, basically. And I'm gonna take these and I'm gonna dip them in like this and put them into the bag, just a couple at a time, and then shake them. Get them coated good. And then I've taken my baking tray and I put foil over it and sprayed it with nonstick spray so that I can just take my pieces and line them up. Single, you don't want to double them up if you can avoid it. You want to try to put them in a single layer. And always tap it off from your egg mixture so you don't get too much. So you just keep going like this until you're ready to put them in the oven. So we're gonna finish this up and we'll be back in just a minute. All right, y'all, so we have dipped and breaded all of our eggplant slices and arranged them in single layer on the tray. So now I'm gonna bake them in my Ninja convection oven so I don't heat up my house, but you can do a regular oven. You do it at 450 degrees for approximately 8 minutes, and then you flip them and do 8 more minutes to get the other side nice and toasty. So just kind of watch them. If they're getting too done before 8 minutes, go ahead and flip them. So get them in here. Set our timer. It's on bake at 450 already. I'm just gonna turn my time down. And it's going. So I'll check them around 6 minutes to see how they're doing. And if I need the extra 2, I'll leave them in for that time. So we'll be back when they're done. Okay, y'all. So I ended up cooking them for 10 minutes just because I wanted them a little bit crisper on top. So you can see how they're starting to turn golden brown. So now I'm gonna flip them over. All of them, and then I'll put them back in for 10 minutes at 450. And then once they are done, then you sprinkle them with cheese and put them back in for 1 to 2 more minutes to make sure that your cheese melts really good. All right, they've all been flipped. Back in they go. Up to 10 minutes. And we're off to the races. We'll be back in a few minutes. All right, y'all, our eggplant is done baking. So I ended up doing it 10 minutes on each side, and you can see how nice and golden brown they got. So now the next step is I'm gonna take mozzarella cheese and I'm just gonna sprinkle it over the top of my eggplant slices, like so. As little or as much as you like, either way. All right, now we put it back in for 1 to 2 minutes until the cheese melts. And then we'll enjoy it. So we'll be back in just about 1 minute. All right, y'all, our eggplant parmesan is ready. As you can see, the cheese is nice and melty on top. So you can eat it like this. A way a lot of people serve it is they'll make some angel hair pasta with some marinara sauce and just lay their eggplant slices on top. And it's really good like that. But for this video, we're just gonna show you the eggplant parmesan, and it's time to do a taste test. Oh, the edges are nice and crispy. That's perfect. If you like my video making baked eggplant parmesan, please like it, share it to other people, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all y'all watching. Don't forget to go back and watch my other videos. We'll see y'all next time in Nini's Texas Kitchen.